have the other ones available in there.
Wait.
But
What? So, Luke, what are you drinking today?
Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
I don't mean to bow after that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I learned my lesson from last night.
What a welcome, thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
it's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day.
Here, did you a favor, James. I just say, later.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like one of our drawstrings, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
Yes. Man, I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Woo! Yes! Yes, people. It is Sunday. It is Sunday. This means another episode of A Drink with a Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their hopes and their dreams and their lives, but also their books and their campaigns. Because frankly, I'm kind of done with the mainstream entertainment. It bores me. And indie is where the passion is. All right. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. My Sunday is pretty good. I've been working on a secret little project. Plus, I've been doing a little bit of sketching because I need to design a character, something new. It's not a new character. It's a very familiar character, but she gets a new suit, right? A new getup. So I get to design that, and it's something you need to think about a lot when you design something. If you got it right, if you got the essence correct, if it's something that can become iconic or that works for this particular character, right? This is fun to do, though. It's very fun to do, but it's a challenge. Plus, I posted something this week about a new book that I'm starting with the legendary Alan Goldman. So I can't really believe it myself that it's happening. I've been pestering him for years because I'm such a fan, right? And finally he said, all right, let's make a book together. So we are doing that. And in the meanwhile, we're still working on Perfect 10 Book 5. The final pages are being made. I think Thiago is this weekend working on the last page, so the inks, right? And soon after, Daniel will follow with the colors, and then Joel can do the final pages for the lettering. And meanwhile, I'm setting everything up for the printer. So I hope to get it all done this week or at the very most within 2 weeks. Ready for the printer, right? That will be awesome. That will be my goal. Welcome to the chat, Crenshaw, FAO. Welcome, welcome. How are you today on this wonderful Sunday? Right, guys, it is time for the guest. So we have a guest. It's a new guest, but you won't recognize him by the name. But he has a really cool looking comic. It's a different style. It's really interesting. It's if you like a little bit of manga or Japanese style comics or books, this might be something for you, right? If you like the little waifus, there's always this audience for waifus, right? So let's see if the audience is ready. Are you ready, audience? Are you ready? Because it's time for the guest. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have a very warm welcome for the guest of the hour, Mr. Donovan March.
Oh man, it's good to be back. It's been almost probably 2 years since I've last been on your show, Mr. Brink.
Really? 2 years?
Yeah, right when I was funny enough starting with Night's Fall, but that was back when it had 9 pages. So I was a little too overly ambitious, let's just say. I thought things were gonna work out one way, but hey, the people said, hey, we're not really interested in what you have right now, but we want you to actually work on it more. So I just took it back to the drawing board, and here I am back again with some more goodies and the actual physical comic book and all that instead of it being a webcomic.
Oh,
anyway,
excellent. So this is basically a relaunch of a book you were working on like 2 years ago.
Yeah, definitely, especially with how time flies. Yes. In terms, yes.
It's a lot of work when you're making a comic book, and time does fly. That's just so for outsiders, they are thinking, "Where's the book?" But meanwhile, you're working on it, and there's only 24 hours in one day, right? So and it really flies. You have so much to do. You come across problems you have to solve. It's a lot of work. Welcome to the chat, Frederic Guimont. I hope I pronounced it correctly, sir. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Hello, everyone.
So we're talking to, by the way, Donovan March. That's a fantastic name. That's like a name for a action hero. To me, it sounds like the Avengers of Donovan March.
That's the first time hearing that. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
They always every time when someone mentions my name, it's like, it's an Irish singer who is named Donovan. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm very well aware of that.
Oh. I don't. So to me, it's like that's a cool name, but yeah. So, but what's the reason? Maybe we can start with that. What's the reason that you decided to use like this pseudonym? Are you going to publish your book under your own name, or under Dr. Rhino or D Rhino?
I do it like I've seen so many creators on YouTube. Just they use their online name or persona for the stuff, but when it comes to like their books, they use their real names too. And so it's like, for example, with Eric July, I'm not going to bring controversy into this. It's just with Eric July, we all know him as Young Rippa. So there's like they're one and the same basically.
Right.
Two sides of the same coin, really. So sure. I just like, well, if he can do it and other people can do it, why can't I? So
all right.
Yeah.
That's the angle. Right. Yeah. Well, as long as you stay consistent, right? I recently discovered that someone on X that I follow, and he follows me, and we interact. He's the same guy that I know through Facebook, and I didn't even realize, because the name was completely different. The avatar was different, so the branding was really weird, So yeah. I think you need to be consistent throughout all platforms.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too with on X, I go by the whole Howled March narrative, so that's what I've been keeping up with as well as like and having my guys on my as my profile, so like you definitely know it's me.
Oh, the Hallowed March. That's a play or your name.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Because it does mean something also. The Hallowed March, what does it mean?
Oh, I just think of like sacred narratives by Donovan March. Really, that's what I think of it. But I thought it was a pretty catchy. With like I was thinking of like hallowed reads, hallowed narratives, and I was playing with it one day. I was just like, So I went to a friend and we were talking about it. And I was like, I like this better, hallowed March narratives, because it has my last name involved with it, so therefore it can help people like, okay, well, Donovan March, Hallowed March narratives, okay, we're going to have that connection right there with the branding.
Right. And what's the name of your imprint or your publishing like label or however you want to call it?
Oh, so that's still a work in progress, but I wanted to do like the hallowed reads, so I just want to keep it within that realm. Now it might change, but that's just something I'm still working on. But as of now, if you see my name on it, it's definitely going to be under Hallowed March narratives.
Okay, right. Let's check your campaign, share, and then we share the screen. And then we pick this one right here. It's on Kickstarter. By the way, guys, the link to this campaign is also pinned in the chat. You can also find it in the description of this video. Go check it out if it's something that tickles your fancy. Nightfall Eldritch Chapter 1. So this is basically exactly the same book that you launched a little while back, but you made some changes, or what happened there?
Well, when I first began, it was going to be like a web comic on Gumroad.
Yeah.
And it was getting views, but it just, after, I would say like nearly a month after, I just like, you know what? I didn't like how the way I was presenting it, and plus it made me seem like I was begging people to like, hey, please support this and all that. So it just really had a bad taste, especially with people saying like, hey, I like it, but there should be more. So it was again me being too overly ambitious and not at the point where I could continuously provide more content to people, or pages, I should say. So I shut the whole thing down. I refunded people's money, and also I believe I gave like a free month to like new subscribers to that. So just to entice people and give see what I have, what I can put out for them and this and that. So it was a great learning experience. Had my flaws, saw my strengths, and one of the strengths was that people are definitely interested. So after I shut down that whole thing, I went back to the drawing board, and this happened. It started right around this time last year, January. That's when I went back to Neff, who is my main artist, and we started adding more pages. I went back, I made more of a cohesive script, and we went from 9 pages to 27. Now, if we do hit a stretch goal, there will be more additional pages given into not only the physical but also the digital copy as well.
So what was the last time you had a Kickstarter campaign, right?
No, it was
else?
It was Gumroad.
Gumroad. All right. Oh, you should. And so you had you had something in place that you could bring in some money for yourself to fund the project also.
Yes, that was what Gumroad was going to be.
Right.
But again,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. So, but now you you're taking a different route. You're going like through the crowdfunding now with through Kickstarter. Did you ever do anything with crowdfunding before? Or is this completely new to you?
This is completely new. I'm learning as I go, and so what I did for this, or doing my research as best as I can, humanly as possible, was I looked at yours, I looked at Nick's, I looked at everyone that I knew of that I followed, and I was like, okay, I'm doing compare and contrast. Then I'm looking at people I never, I never heard or seen of before, just because they were in the sphere of like the manga sphere. So I was like, well, what are they doing that's making their project successful? What are they not doing? And so it was a lot of, I would say, at least 3 weeks of just looking at stuff and writing stuff down and just trying to figure out, hey, what's the best way I can go about this? So when I was making this campaign page, I mean, I was kind of not overwhelmed, but more of like, okay, this is indeed a process, but it was a good challenge, because just trying to figure out, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I make sure that this image is the right size for a preview thumbnail and this and that? Learning how to do the SEO, or I believe it's like search engine optimization or something like that. So that's a lot of stuff. Just right there, just talk about SEO. Marketing is a whole nother thing too, and that's what I've been learning right there, mainly is SEO and marketing. So it goes hand in hand. Of course, when I was making this comic, I noticed that there was a lot of and this is not me talking crap about creators or anything like that. I'm going to be the first to say that. I just noticed there was a lot of eye-catching covers that involve some
scantily clad ladies.
Exactly. And so I'm just like, well, it does work. It works to a degree, but only if, in my opinion, if the story is actually good, because you can have a beautiful character, but the story is just complete crap. Well, why would I continue to put money into that? So this is what I was trying to do. I was like, well, I like beautiful characters, and I like cohesive stories. And I like dark settings. So why not put that all into one? And for my influences, I use the Bible, the Bloodborne, and Evil Dead, I believe, and along a little bit of Devil May Cry.
Right. So you're the writer, correct? Of this?
Yes, sir.
You're the creator. This is your baby, your thing, and you work together with Neff. He's your artist, and what's his role? He purely like draws your scripts and your characters, or does he also have a creative influence?
He's the letterer, does the artwork, and he does have a bit of creative influence as well, because I want to make sure that I'm giving people the best that I can give them. So he's my partner in this whole thing. So I don't. There he is, jack of all trades.
There he is. Welcome, Neff.
Hey, Neff.
Welcome, sir. We're going to look at your wonderful art today. Shall we watch the trailer? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's censored. It's good.
It's censored. Oh, that's a relief. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Ah. All right, cool.
Yeah,
nice and short.
Yeah, I never gave instructions how the guy should make the trailer, but every time I watch it, it gives me a good laugh.
Well, he did a good job.
He did.
So did you change anything in the dimensions of the comic, because it was first a web comic and now you're going to print it, correct?
Right. So during the Gumroad phase, there was no set dimensions really, because it was digital.
Mhm.
But with the Kickstarter this time around, I decided to make it the standard comic size. Now I did play around with like a larger size, but I was like, I didn't really want that because of it was just a little too it wasn't the right aesthetic for me and for this comic. So I just like, let's keep it, let's do a hybrid between comic and manga. It's in the format of a comic, but the interior page is in the style of a manga. So that's why I wanted to have like this hybrid, really.
All right. Okay. Welcome, the Stormy Chef. Welcome.
Hey there.
He says, "Yo, welcome, sir." Right. So this is like, you could have gone with the manga pocket size, right? But you decided to go bigger to actually like adhere more to the US comic book format, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And that's because you want for the artwork, but it's not like you have to read it from back to front, like a manga.
No.
Okay, right. Okay, cool. So a lot of this, a lot of the work presented on this page, I know, because this is a classic cover.
Yep.
But this one is new, I think.
Yeah, it's new. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's our standard cover there too. When we get to the last cover, I'll give you a little bit of a story about what happened with those covers.
Right. Okay. And this is art by Neff, story Donovan March. Yeah, sure. And is this art also by Neff?
Yep.
That's nice. The colors
It is really nice.
That's well done, Neff. It's really cool.
Jack
So
of all trades.
the skeleton's they're not really anatomical correct, but I don't think he's supposed to be.
No, he's I believe Nev put a lot of was trying to make it how you pronounce it, like anatomically correct. So he was doing his best. I'm trying to remember, but this was back in January, February when we started this cover.
Yeah.
So it's that was last year. So that was gosh. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, that's skeleton, or that skull also without a mouth and teeth and stuff. Interesting. Welcome, Immortal Rising comic book.
Hey man.
Welcome. We're looking at what's it called?
Nightfall Eldritch.
All right, Night's Fall Eldritch. Yeah, this little like joke here with Night's All, so you can also read it as Night's All, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad you caught that. Well, you were the first person to actually catch that, because that's actually an event that happens. Now, right. I'm gonna say later when, if I'm lucky, and it's actually an event that's central to the plot of what happened. Let's just say.
All right. Okay. Right. So you have some cool covers. You also have a more spicy version right here. And you have this one.
Now that's from Carmen Stefx, and he's been a guy I worked with before I even met Neff, but he made the illustrations for my characters in my first book, Gods and Goddesses.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy, I watched his evolution along with Neff, obviously, and this guy, he's something else.
So you had another book before this.
You're right. It's not exactly a comic. It's actually a novel, 500 and something pages long novel.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's great. Yeah, writing novels is something else, man. It's unlike writing a script for a a comic book where you basically write descriptions for the artist instead of for the reader.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, this is me personally, right? I know there's audience for it. I personally, I'm not really a fan of full-on nudity, like you have here. Then, but I think this is far more like appealing, far more interesting, and sexy to me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But that's just me, man.
Now, I will say I'm keeping this in character with her.
Right.
This is the Beastly Shepherd. So
The Beastly Shepherd.
yeah, the Beastly Shepherd. She is a cult leader, so she's crazy.
Right. So
just to say the least.
Maybe we should explain first what the story is, right? So what's the concept here?
So the story is between these actually, yeah, let's keep that right there. So the story is between the Prodder and Damonite. Now these guys are knights, but they're not knights in the natural sense of things. Obviously, these guys are supernatural. They're taking hits like no one else can, because if you know get stabbed by a sword, they're shrugging it off. And it's implied that when we get to these pages, whenever, but it's implied that these guys have been going at this conflict of theirs for centuries, until this one specific duel, which changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so what changes it is, well, you got to see for when you get the comic, you will see for yourself what happens, what changes and everything. But I will say this, I do have comic dubs as well on my channel, where talented voice actors and editors actually have did animation for the first and second part of the first 9 pages.
Animation?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes,
that is
yes,
awesome.
Sir. So
holy shit.
Yeah, if we have time for that, of course, but it's definitely on my
yeah, you
channel.
want to show it today? There's these animations. We can do that.
Oh yeah, sure. My gosh.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Let me send you the playlist.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
I'll send it through.
I got your Dr. Rhino YouTube channel also.
Oh,
open
okay.
up,
Awesome.
in case people want to subscribe to your channel, because you also have different content. You don't only talk about your own comic and your own process here, but you also talk about like entertainment and things that happen within the industry, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Wait, so are you on the, let me get this actually, just to make it easier. There's one thing I don't like about YouTube is that
I like this one, man. Look at this. This is fantastic. Wait. Look at this.
Yeah, I see that a lot of people. When I revealed that one.
Holy hell.
Yeah, when I revealed that one, I knew people were like, they were flocking to it, like, yeah, they love it.
Welcome to the chat, by the way. Derek the Dukester Clay. Welcome. How are you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Yeah, well, this is a good image to lure people to your campaign, right? And this is line work prototype edition. So this is still in progress. Is that correct? Or
no, that's so with this prototype edition, that was the original cover.
Oh,
that was going to be that was like what that was going to be the standard cover. But Neff, again, let me give you background about Neff. Neff is the type of guy who loves to play the Souls games, which is, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
The man likes tough challenges. So he was almost done with this cover, and he was like, I don't like it. I was like, what do you mean you don't? What don't you like about it? He's like, I just don't like it. I'm gonna draw something better. And so that's how we got the standard cover that you see with her basically laying next to the skeleton, really.
Yeah, you get this one.
Uh-huh.
It's just a replacement, right?
So I was just like, well, we're not gonna waste, good artwork here. So let's actually do
Sure.
something with it. And so
Yeah.
I was like, well, this could be our prototype cover because this was supposed to be our original
Well,
standard cover.
at least he finished the line work, right? So you can do something with it. That's nice.
Yeah.
But this is artists, man. True artists, they're never satisfied with their own work, which is good. This causes them to push themselves to become better and better.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they will just abandon something and start something else, and this happens, right? But you got some nice line work going on here. That's cool. It's good for artists to be self-critical.
Here we go. All right. Let me send that to you.
Sure.
I don't know why.
Gods and Goddesses. This was your novel.
That was the novel. That's a novel right there. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Children of Ragnarok. Does this have anything to do with the current book, with the comics?
No, it's separate. It's completely separate. So I just figured, hey, let's I'm not really big on the multiverse stuff. Frankly, I'll be honest, I'm so tired of it. It's just like, I think it's a lazy way for people to write, a lazy way for mainstream to write stuff into existence or out of existence. It's like, oh, because this character wasn't here because they were doing this and that, so that's why they're in here. I'm like, just shut up, please.
Oh, so you don't really mean multiverse, but you mean like a connected universe.
Connected universe, yeah,
right.
Whichever it is. I'm just, no, it doesn't share a connection at all. They're completely separate.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right. So this is all right, but this is also fancy. It's a little bit the same. It's the same like genre, same kind of feel.
Yeah, it's dark fantasy, and of course the cover is by Nev. So again, my sincere thanks to him. And the story about that is that it's basically the patriarchal god with his 6 kids, and he's teaching them responsibilities of like how to live with mortals and stuff like that because he values free will. Now, however, you have this character that's that's underneath him that's very ominous looking. Let's just say he's pulling strings in the background, as they say. So it's honestly, there's a lot of character development between more than several characters, honestly, especially with the mortals or the humans. And so it's just not, I'm not afraid to write some really dark stuff in there. So that's how I'm going to treat it. I treat Gods and Goddesses the same way as I treat Night's Fall. There's going to be some crazy moments in there, regardless of fantasy wise and all.
Sure.
And
so you've always had this drive to create things, to write stories.
Yes, sir. I've been writing as long as I can remember. All
right, cool. And you certainly have a particular taste for certain genres. And so, what are your biggest influences? What do you like to read yourself?
Berserk is a big one.
Yeah.
Berserk, the Bible as well, because there are some graphic moments within the Bible that's pretty crazy as well. And for movie wise, Evil Dead, then that's where when I get into like that territory stuff. Actually, if you check the interior pages,
wait, where can I see them? Oh,
yeah,
interior
there you go. Oh, really?
I don't see them.
Seriously?
They didn't upload, maybe.
No, because that's weird, because it showed for me on my launch stream.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! Well, I can refresh for a moment. Maybe it doesn't load for some reason.
That's not good. That's so odd. But it shows the covers.
Yeah, it shows the covers. Yeah. So
okay, because for the longest time I had a problem with the covers. But
Oh,
now it's not showing the interior sample pages. That's not good.
hmm.
Oh,
Well,
Kickstarter. Oh,
something for you
Kickstarter.
to check out, because it is good to give people a taste of what's inside. We have Corey Barton in the chat. Welcome, Corey.
Okay. Yeah,
Nice to see you.
I messaged that playlist for you.
All right. Shall we go there then? The playlist. Where did you message it to? To the private chat?
To the Twitter.
To X. All right. Let me check.
They're not showing up for me either. What? So okay, that's odd, because before I launched it, people could see the interior sample pages, the characters, but not the covers. But when I launched it, now it's not showing the interior sample pages and the characters, but showing the covers. Interesting. Interesting.
Okay, I got your playlist right here. So, guys, this is Donovan's YouTube channel. The link to this is also in the description. You can subscribe if you like this. But these are animations based on this comic, right?
Yes.
Cool.
These two have been fighting for so long. Before their damned births, things have been set in motion.
Don't worry, it's censored. I made sure.
Rampant desires of darkness influence even the once knightly. What shall they be regarded as? Brothers? Father and son? Kindred spirits? I think I shall name them the Proditor and Damon Knight. Alas, it comes to an end. A supposed end. Don't worry, traitorous knight. You'll have another chance.
That's a skull, right? Hello. Cool.
Als je op vakantie bent.
Yeah, knock it off. Okay, cool. Let me see. And then we had this one, right?
That's the one right there. Yep.
Nice seeing you again. So that's it, huh? No more feuding with Bonehead? Hard to believe. It's hard to believe because I have a revelation. For a few days, all has been quiet. Luckily for you, I figured out that your friend is alive. Isn't that quite the reveal? Hey, don't need the messenger, you know? Besides, what do I gain from lying other than death?
Those crickets.
Hey, you're going to need some help this time around. I have a bad feeling about what's to come. You hear? I'm serious. Something is up and it's got my hair standing. Consider gathering a few allies just in case. Good boy.
Almar. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I was very blessed to come in contact with that voice actress and the editor. I got more coming. By the way. I got one coming up on this Monday, actually tomorrow. So
you
look forward to that.
Awesome. So how do you find these voice actors?
Voice actors and all that? Yeah, I go to Fiverr and I just search around for a good hour at least. Just make a list of people that catch my eye, see if the price is right with them, or if I see there's actual potential with these with their skills. So I just okay, well, let me go ahead and contact this person first and get like a sample from them and hear if they're good enough. And usually they're right for the job.
Right. Great. Well, Corey likes it. He says great voiceover.
Thank you. Man, I'm a little bummed out about the whole interior
Yeah,
pages. not too many characters.
when we're done with the stream, you can figure things out. You know, these
Oh yeah,
things happen.
yeah, but I'm glad I made those comic dubs because it shows you guys there's more characters. Obviously, you got Gehenna, who was the narrator right there, or the lady with the symbols on her chest. Let's just say Zenzakia is our cat girl, really, and you got the Prodder and Damonite. Again, having that fierce rivalry of theirs within a very cursed marshland. And that's where I kind of get into the little bit of the Evil Dead right there is with you see the eyes in the water and the sky and everything. Like, this is a very horrible place to be in.
Right.
And so I'm really excited, man.
So even though you have some hot chicks walking around there, you don't really want to be there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Great. So what's the status of the production of this book?
Well, it's complete. 27 pages.
Oh, really?
Or more if we meet a certain funding goal. So I'll be happy to provide that. Again, those pages are complete as well. So it just depends on, hey, if this meets the goal or not. And so with I know we're checking out like the tiers and stuff with the digital tiers. You know, I just $5. That's all I'm asking for, really. And
great.
And what I trying to do is that if it is successfully funded, right, I say like probably maybe a few days after it's finished. I mean, the campaign's finished. I'll just send out the digital tiers to people. Just, you know, hey, people want it now, right? So give the people what they want. Sure. Now when we get to like the physical copies, that's gonna take a bit of time because I mean, honestly, things can happen with the printer rejecting me and I don't fear it, but I kind of expect it because let's just say if they do it to like big wigs in indie comics where they reject people even though they have like hundreds of thousands of dollars raised for their campaign, if the printers can reject them, who's to say that they won't reject me just because, you know, I'm showing a little bit of sexy characters. Right. But with this standard edition, with the standard editions, I mean, I'm only asking for $20 as well. Now it does ship anywhere to the world, but here's the thing. I'm be completely honest because I like to be transparent with potential customers is that, you know, the customers will have to cover the shipping costs because again, this is the first. I don't have let's just say resources like that to cover everything. And I'd rather not.
But it's normal that the customer covers the shipping costs, right?
Right. It is. I'm just saying it just for, you know, new people who are new to this and they don't know about that. So I just want to make sure that I cover my bases with that, and you know there won't be no surprises. So especially with these especially with these physical copies, you do get the digital as well included.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it can get crazy sometimes with the shipping costs, but if people want to support you, right, you always have the digital option, so that's good, right? You always need the digital option in your campaigns, guys. If you run a campaign, the Beastly edition, that's this cover right here.
Yes, sir.
On the left, that's my favorite. The Beastly Shepherd, right?
Yeah, she's something.
And
which you will see a bit of her tomorrow for the comic dub.
Ooh, nice, exciting. The prototype that was the abandoned work from Neff.
Yeah, the abandoned cover.
Damn, says Corey.
Yep. I knew that was coming. Gosh. I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect reaction.
Right. So you have the Rivals Edition exclusive. So what's you mean exclusive to Kickstarter or
exclusive to Kickstarter? I would not have it show up on any other campaign. If there is, hopefully there is, you know, a future campaign, but it won't be any other campaign. It won't be at a convention. It's only here. When
All
I
right.
mean exclusive, I mean exclusive. I'm so tired of people saying, "Oh, it's exclusive here," but then like you see them selling it at a convention or something. And I understand. Look, you want to make money, of course, but I rather value. Well, I rather have an honor system with making people like feel like, hey, I actually have something that's limited edition that you can
Yeah.
never get ever again.
Yes. Yes,
So
this is true. This is true. Well, sometimes people overprint a little bit, and then you have a few copies that you can sell on conventions.
yeah,
But yeah, usually it's just exclusive means you can only get it here, and then it's gone, right? So it means it's rare also.
mhm.
The standard 18 plus. Oh, these are the naughty versions. The
Yeah,
versions
and
without clothes.
yeah, and they're $30.
Hmm. Sure. Well, people want them. You have a backer for this one, So the prototype 18 plus, right? So every version you have.
Now this is this. Now these are the bundles we're getting. You get both the safe for work and not safe for work version for 40, and of course
Oh.
you get the digital as well. Ships anywhere to the world. Just got and just want to say like,
but
hey,
this does mean a $10 discount, right?
yeah, you know what? Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good deal. The Beasley bundle, both versions for $40. Prototype bundle, $40. The Knights collection, what's this?
Now that's just like all the covers in one big collection. Of course, you get digital as well. And I was like, hey, look, I like collecting for example, with yours, Perfect 10, when
Mhm.
you had that one collection or edition, I said I want everything. So that's what I did. And so I just like I see that work I seen that work considerably well with a lot of Kickstarters that they just have this one giant collection of like here's everything you get with it plus the
Oh,
extra
wait.
the bonuses too due to stretch goals.
Do you mean the Gimme Everything tier that I had? Yeah, I had that up until a few years ago. You can get the entire back catalog, but I can't offer that no more because a bunch of books are just sold out. So if you got that, good on you, man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So people who want the entire package, they can get the Knights collection, and that's the final perk that you have right here. Really cool, nice. And the delivery is set to February, but that's digital.
Yeah, for
I think.
February is digital.
Yeah,
but
right.
April is physical copies.
Sure. Yeah. You need to take some time to get the printing right. You want this, like you want you want one copy, like a proof copy.
Yep.
Right. So this takes some back and forth with your printer to get it right. All right. Awesome. Nice. Is there, before we close this off, is there something you want to tell people about this campaign that they need to know, or about the book?
Well, if you're into dark fantasy, especially with adult themes in it, hey, it's for you. Honestly, I make it for. I mean, if I like stuff like that, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people within my niche that likes it. So it's for y'all, honestly. And if
for y'all,
yeah. And so I mean, everything I do is made with passion. I'm not doing it just to have like a quick buck, or just trying to scam people out and then just like not delivered, because there's been way too many times within the crowdfunding space, especially indie, that has happened. And I understand why a lot of people were kind of like, hey, should I really do this? Should I really put money towards this? Because I've been burnt, once or twice, maybe 3 times from people who say they're going to do this and do that, but actually they don't. So
right.
it's all about respecting the customer, which is y'all. And I'm learning as I go, so I'm totally new to this. So again, I would like to apologize for any unknown consequences that had happened with this campaign of mine, where it's not showing the the interior page samples and the characters and all that. So I'm really
but
sorry
you will
about
fix that. You will fix that today, so people can come back later today or tomorrow, and they can check out the interior pages, right?
Yeah, I just it's so weird. It's just like I was really mainly concerned about the covers, but then I never really thought about like, hey, this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
well, it happens, man. It happens.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you saw it, that we noticed. Great. All right. Well, excellent. And guys, if you can't back, that's fine. You can also just share it out on social media. Tell other people about this campaign. If you know someone who likes waifus or likes manga or this kind of genre, tell them about it. Maybe it's something for them, right? Just help get more eyes on this campaign.
Oh, and of course, we got some, as I call them, weirdos that like to think they're higher than thou. Please show that to them too, because I want them to scream and cry, and just I want them to have a dose of reality that not everyone subscribes to their way of thinking.
Right. Oh, you're hoping for some free advertisement, right? Yeah. When people look, this really helps when people start to complain about your book being too sexy. That's really good marketing,
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
All right, let's hope that happens. Okay, guys, before we close, let me share this tab for a moment, because I have something going on also that you can still get. This is Fund My Comic, and we have Perfect 10 issue 5 exclusive, a exclusive cover drawn by the legendary Alan Goldman. Look at this, guys. And this you can only get through Fund My Comic. I will print it for as many backers there are. They will get it, and then it's done. So this means that once the book go out to the printer, which can be in about 2 weeks, then this campaign will go down. Because it needs to, because this is a rare exclusive cover, right? But check this out. It's really cool. It's also colored by Daniel Rodriguez, and Daniel is a phenomenal colorist. He does the entire series, the interior art. So this is classic superhero stuff. If you love superhero like comics, especially from the 90s, and you're a bit like burned out on the modern mainstream superhero material, then you can go check out J-Man Comics. We bring the comics that we're missing from the mainstream, right? So this is a story about 10, and 10 is a artificial assassin. She's created to like take on superpowered villains, but she wants to be a superhero instead. But her past won't let her go. So these villains want revenge for all that she did, and she has to fight for her life while also like protecting other people and making some decisions for her own future. It's really cool. This story won 3 Critical Blast awards, guys. The art is by the legendary POWERTRIP. He drew for Marvel, he drew for DC, and for some reason he draws this now. And I'm really grateful. I'm really excited. Every issue introduces new characters, so we're slowly expanding the superhero universe, right? All these characters are really colorful, interesting. The story is unpredictable. This is a pencil work, and since issue 5 we brought on Thiago Gomez as the inker. So it's being inked by a new member to our creative team. Plus, with this new book, you can get a second new book, POWERTRIP issue 2, which tells 3 shorter stories from the J-Man Comics universe. Like we have here, Shadow Lion, which is a Brazilian street level hero. Really cool. It's drawn by Eder Messiah. And Eder Messiah is right now drawing Moon Knight for Marvel. The Flying Dutchman is like our Superman. It's written by myself and drawn by Pow. Really cool stuff. And then we have the Phenomenals, which is a team of superheroes who never made it through the Superhero Academy, but they start this group anyway. Really cool stuff. And you can still get a a original commission from POWERTRIP. Any character you want, can be your own character, can be mainstream, can be whatever, and you will get the original art plus a high-res scan. And we unlocked some stretch goals so you can get some new cards also with your order. So go check that out. By the way, this book, POWERTRIP, it's done. It's completely printed. I have it right here. It's done. So and we're working on the final pages of Perfect 10, so that'll be done pretty soon also. And Good Stuff is also here. Welcome, Good Stuff.
Hello there.
Welcome. All right, let me stop the video. Wait, let me stop sharing and screen shares. There we go. Hide. Sorry, guys. Right. Did I miss anything? No, I don't think so. Donovan, thank you so much for being my guest for today, for showing us your campaign, and good luck with it, sir.
Thank you. I'm very appreciative. I'm going to always remember this opportunity. And, of course, my first time being on your show, too. So a lot of things have been lessons, good and bad. But, hey, that's all right. That's life.
It's a journey, right? It's a journey. Welcome, Mike. Me and Good Stuff will have to catch the replay. Yes, you can catch the replay. I hope you're good, Mike. Right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here in the chat, for the response, for the interaction. If you liked this conversation, please give it a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike. And I'm very sorry. I will be back next Sunday with my guest Carissa Grant. So I hope to see you all then. Later, all says Good Stuff later. Everyone. And let's find the right video to check out with. Yeah, there we go. Bye, guys.